Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2014 MCC Spirit of Cricket Cowdrey Lecture, both to everyone in the room and to those all over the world who are watching on YouTube, where we are live streaming this event for the very first time. A few individuals to mention to start. Firstly, the Cowdrey family, a good number of whom are here tonight in this room. It's great to see so many of you here, and I hope you have a very enjoyable evening. Secondly, our panellists, Matt Pryor and Sunil Gavaskar, who will be drawing on their huge international experience to discuss many of the issues raised by the lecture. And finally, a special thanks to our host for the Q&A, Mark Nicholas, who continues to give freely of his time and remains a huge advocate of the MCC Spirit of Cricket, for which we are very grateful. Over the years, the lecture has seen some of cricket's greatest personalities tackling the game's biggest issues, and tonight is no different. And I can say that. Our guest this evening is widely regarded as one of the greatest English cricketers of all time. And I was lucky enough to share a dressing room with him on many occasions, which was never boring. Starting out here at Lord's on the ground staff, where he terrorised many members at 6 o'clock at night coming for a net before their evening or their Saturday match. He was quite imposing, as he probably wanted to get to the pub for a beer. He played over 400 first-class games for 3 counties and went on to play 102 tests, 116 one-day internationals for England. He was aggressive and dominant with both bat and ball, and one of the best slip fielders England ever had. He was the fastest cricketer to reach the double landmark of 1,000 runs and 100 test wickets, and is England's leading wicket taker in test matches with 383 wickets. And I'm sure Beefy will certainly give James Anderson a pat on the back, as he always does, perhaps if he makes it past Beefy's 383 sometime next year. Since calling time on the incredible playing career, he has gone on to become one of Sky Sports' most popular commentators and remains one of the most tireless charity fundraisers through now his famous walks for leukemia. And ladies and gentlemen, I can say they're not easy, and Beefy has gone through many a pain barrier, and I can say I've been there, walked with him, and the work he's done has been absolutely magnificent. He is one of the most outspoken and engaging characters in English sport, and I'm sure he will have some very interesting things to say tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome Sir Ian Botham.
Good evening, everybody. I grew up playing sport. It was our life, cricket in the summer, football in the winter. Now, if I could change anything about modern Britain, well, actually, there'd be a few changes. It would be to downgrade the importance attached to exams and upgrade the need for sport. Sport teaches you about life. It puts you in situations, competitive and social, that test and determine your character. After all, isn't life about what you get for yourself and how you use that for the benefit of those around, whether it's family, friends, or teammates. And sport sets you free. It takes you outside into an air and the elements, into the air and the elements, and asks you to stretch yourself to the limit of your physical and mental attributes. Sport makes you fit, strong, fuels your adrenaline. Sport leads to your friendships. In short, sport encourages you out of the norm into areas you would never otherwise go. Or to put this another way, sport takes you from the streets to the parks and the playing fields. If any government can't see that, they are blind. I always felt cricket was special because of its gladiatorial nature. Much as I love the team framework of the game, I also love the one-to-one, the face-off, the head-to-head. And Dennis Lilly tried to knock my block off. And I usually used to try and knock Alan Border's block off and do the same to him. I love it that Viv Richards took on the world as if he were fighting for his life in the Colosseum. And I love that from any emperor in the history of the Roman Empire would have held his thumb horizontal, waiting till the crowd went quiet, and then slowly raised it skywards to the roar of all the people who came to see Viv play. If any one man personified all that I believe is good about cricket, it is Viv. Strength of body, mind and character, a bright personality, a unique talent, brilliantly applied to a successful career, and best of all, an honourable way of playing the game, respecting it dearly, treating his opponents as he would want to be treated himself. That is not to say that Viv was perfect. Indeed, he had his moments where he lost the plot, but don't we all? Viv's passion for cricket, for his country, Ireland, county, any team he represented, rode roughshod over everything. Viv was the ultimate team man and defended that team, sometimes to the point of going over the top in his responses to things, moments, issues, and getting it wrong. But I say rather that than hiding in the corner. This evening I want to make a few points about the game as I see it today and as I see it going forward. And within that I want to tell you some of my own story. Cricket has been the main part of my life. It has given me so much. I hope I have done it justice in return. I've made mistakes, haven't I? But with few regrets. Only happiness at my great luck to have been associated with this great game.